Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chigga, ka-chigga. I have really been into Cars lately. I've been watching it every single day, and it is on at the moment. Frankly, just decided that that is going to be my greeting and my goodbye. So, ka-chow. I'm doing my bookshelf tour today, and I am very excited. What I wanted to start off with was to tell you how I like to structure my books. So as you can see, this is pretty much all of my books. I know this doesn't look organized. I am one for organized chaos. I want to explain to you how I order my books. First of all, just scoot you over here. It's my Harry Potter and Twilight section. Behind these books, a large stack of books that I will be either selling or donating. And then just behind me, this bottom shelf is my TBR. Anything on here I have not yet read. Some of these we may never read. Will we ever get there? We know how it goes. On this top shelf, these are books that I did not like, or did not like as much as these books, because these books are my favorite books. So if I read a book from my TBR and I love it, it moves to this shelf. But that means that one book from here gets knocked off. So if it is better than one of these books, that book gets knocked off up there. It makes sense to me. I feel like it makes sense if I explained it correctly, but sometimes I'm horrible at explaining things. We're gonna do it by genre. I'm gonna show you which year I read it. A lot of these will not have star ratings, but if I do have a star rating, then I will show it. Let's get to it. So as you can see, all of my books are off my shelf, except for my TBR, which we're gonna go over later. So first I want to start with YA romance. Obviously, I read all of the Twilights in order. Need I say more? We have Fault in Our Stars. I actually have the movie copy and the regular copy. This book never stops making me cry. Absolutely 5-star. I think I read these. Honestly, I read these so long ago. 2017. Next we have The Depth. I think this is my first ever for real 5-star read. This book was the first book ever where I read it twice in one day. Over the span of 24 hours, I finished it and restarted. Every time I go to reread it, I'm like, this is not good. This book had a chokehold on me. I stayed up till 3 in the morning to read it the second time. This has a bad message, so if you're a teenager, do not read this. The Sun is also a star. This book, I think I gave 2 stars. I wasn't into it. I want to say I read it 2016, 2017. I liked the movie. Yeah, that's going to be a trend. I liked the movie when I was younger, so I decided to read the book. Check and Mate. I've skipped a few years here. I read this last year, 2023. As soon as it came out, I liked this, but I only gave it a 3-star. Because honestly, YA romance, not my thing anymore. I really liked the idea of it because it was very Queen's Gambit, but it wasn't my favorite. What Once Was Mine. This is a Rapunzel retelling. I thought I'd eat this up because I love Rapunzel. I did not eat this up. Not my favorite. I think I gave it 2, maybe 3 stars. Better than the movies. Everybody raves about this book. I read it this year. I got it 3 years ago. And I only finished reading it this year. It wasn't my favorite. It's cute. I understand why a lot of people read it. Not my thing. Never read them. Dash and Lily. Amazing TV show. If you have not seen this, next Christmas, please watch it. 2 adult romances. We're starting 2022, where my book obsession really started. The Love Hypothesis. My boyfriend got this for me for Valentine's Day. Can I make it any better? 5 stars. Immediate 5 stars. Love on the Brain. Did not love this. It was too similar. The Hating Game. Actually got this at one of me and my boyfriend's first dates. Did not like this book. Call Me By Your Name. I would love to rave about this. I think I was just looking at the pages. I don't even remember what I rated it. I don't remember anything that happens in this book. I genuinely think I was just reading this to read. I wasn't loving it. To 2023. So I have The Holiday Swap. I started this 2022. I finished this 2023. It took me a month to read. I don't like rating books I don't like. The X Talk. 4-star read. It starts off a little bit slow, but Rachel Lynn Solomon. She knows what she's doing. This just grabs you. Wouldn't Let's go. It was so good. Both to love you. 3, Allie Hazelwood. If you can't tell, I'm an Allie Hazelwood stan. Don't mind the fan. The fan was on the whole time. Let's pretend it wasn't. I'm gonna say my favorite was Under One Roof. My least favorite was Below Zero. Like overall, it was 3 stars. Altogether. Like 1, 2, 3, they each got a star. But like if the stars are out of 5. Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. I hope I said that right, so sorry if I didn't. I forget really what it's about. I Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to butcher it. This book was something else. The most insane plot twist. As someone who never thinks forward so that they never spoil it for themselves, this took me so long to see it coming, but I did. When you realize the plot twist, you go into shock. That being said, this was a 2-star. Very cutesy, and the plot twist is crazy. But I didn't love their relationship. Love theoretically. Allie was making me mad here. I did not love this book. Like every time she comes out with something, I'm like, buying immediately. But I didn't love this. I think I gave it 3. Wanderlust. I think I've been calling it Wanderlust since I read it. I was very giddy and I rated it 3. If you can see, I rate things very difficult. 2024 is the most I have read in my entire life. Forever Interrupted. I read the first chapter of this in the bookstore. Never, ever, ever wanted to buy a book so much in my life. Heartbreaking, but it's amazing. They get married, but after 9 days, her husband dies. 5-star read, my first read of the year. With love from Cold World. 2 stars. I don't like workplace romances. One True Loves. Someone says something. I immediately started bawling. So good. Another 5-star. Done and Dusted. My boyfriend got this for me for our anniversary. Could he have picked a better book? 5-star. Immediate. I gave it 4.5. And then I thought about it and I was like, I cannot get this book out of my head. So I rated it 5 stars. Business or Pleasure by Rachel Lynn Sullivan. Of course, I picked this up. I loved the X-Talk, but I did not like this book. Very spicy. But it basically follows a guy and a girl who have a one-night stand. End up having to work together and he was not good. So she tries to teach him. Did not enjoy this at all. I'm not going to rate that. Bride. It's definitely of a certain taste. 4.5. It has suspense. It has romance. It has thriller. It has everything. It's got vampires. What more could I ask for? Swift and Settled. Came out and I immediately bought it. 3 stars. Because I feel like it was too rushed. I liked how their romance came to be. And I liked the aspects of the plot. But I feel like the romance wasn't romantic enough. But the plot, I loved the plot. Building the house, like that's so, I just needed that. I give it 3 stars. Butcher and Blackbird. I gave it 4 stars. 4.5 maybe. Obviously I don't condone the things that happen in this book. But it was so cute. Maybe in another life. Taylor Jenkins Reid. 3 stars. My roommate is a vampire. I need to stop reading romances. It is so cute until they get together. So I have YA. I think I read this in 2014. I rated it 5 stars at the time. Mean Girls. So good. 5 stars. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I have read this multiple times. I read this year again. 5 stars. Cinder. I have never read. Literary fiction. Normal People. Could I tell you anything that it's about? Not a chance. But I gave it 5 stars. The only 6-star read. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. My favorite book. Daisy Jones and the Six. 5 stars. YA. Fantasy, science fiction. My friend just gave me this. It has like beautiful sketches in here. And of course I've read all of the Harry Potter books, including The Cursed Child, and I've read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. 5 stars. The Cruel Prince. The first half, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this because you've been begging me to read this for 4 years. Yes, Hannah. Yes, Hannah. I will read it. And did I enjoy it? Of course I did. Because after the first half, it just pulls you in and makes you want more. And now, next month's my birthday. So what am I gonna read? The rest of the Holly Black trilogy. But am I gonna read the in-between books? Of course I am, because it's so good. Again, hi Hannah. Love you. Hunger Games. I read this at the beginning of this year. So I think this came right after Forever Interrupted, because of course the movie came out. And I was like, I didn't ever like reading the Hunger Games, but I put this on my Christmas tree this year. This was so not my favorite. The Fifth Wave. I have never read it. I cannot stand the idea of imagining Chloe Grace Moretz in my mind for 457 pages. I do not like Chloe Grace Moretz. And I hope she doesn't see this and take any offense. I have my reasons why I read memoirs. I feel like everybody who's read a memoir has read this book. This is a 5-star book. I realize that you should not rate someone's life experience. She deserves a 5-star. They are children's books. Love You Forever. How can something that is only, say what, 20, not even 20 pages, make you cry? Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. The movie is why I found my favorite band, Wallows. Dylan Minnette. Of course, I knew who you were before. I've watched the movie. I've seen 13 Reasons Why, but I searched up this movie because I searched up Dylan Minnette because he was cute, and I came across Wallows. And now I have a Wallows tattoo, and I will preview my wall, my Wallows wall. Next, we have mystery thrillers. I only just started reading these. There was a plot twist on the second page, and then again before the chapter ended. There's never been a book I have recommended more. This is the challengers of books. This is literally a 6-star read. This is the only other 6-star read I have. Basically, a woman moves into a house with her husband and her daughters. She finds out some things about the house, and she kind of has to unravel a mystery. I don't want to spoil a single thing about this book. And my mom is reading it right now. Hi, Mom. Why haven't you read more? Read more. I'm telling you, it gets better. Silent Patient. Because basically a woman shoots her husband a few times and then goes to a psychiatric hospital. And then a man that is a doctor is interested in her case and wants to figure out what happened. Because she stopped speaking immediately after she shot her husband. Okay, so now we're on to the TBR. This will go a lot faster. Malibu Rising. Carrie Soda's back. Nevermore. Which in my last video I found at a thrift store but didn't buy. And I went to another thrift store the other day and I actually found the same book in better quality. And I just thought it was meant to be. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Because I love that movie. A book called Take Me There. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about. We also have Eleanor and Park. Dude, I've got The Teacher. Close to Home, which I got at the thrift store in my last video. Kane's Jawbone. This is the book where everything, it's like a mystery and you have to figure it out through the pages, and each page is like a puzzle because it's not in the right proper orders. So, The Night Shift. My friend got this for me for Christmas. The Intimacy Experiment. We can't keep meeting like this. It is by Rachel Lynn Solomon. So this is a girl that wrote the X-Talk. It's a YA romance. So I'm hoping it'll be better than Business or Pleasure. One last stop. I also got The House in the Cerulean Sea. I've been seeing a lot of this book lately, thinking that it looked really good, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. Found it at the thrift store. I was surprised too. Borrowed and Blue, which is a 2-book-in-1 copy of Something Borrowed and Something Blue by Emily Griffin. I never actually heard of this before, and I didn't connect the dots that it is the Something Borrowed movie with Jim from The Office. So I've never seen that movie either. So I'm excited to read this so that I can watch the movie. We have The Holiday Switch, Me Before You. I've always wanted to read this. I will be reading this if I do the Penguin video. Then we have The Fine Print. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. I'm not sure how to feel about it. And You Say It First, which is a YA romance. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad you came. Spent this time with me, learned about my bookshelves, admitting that I've read After We Collided. Okay, Mia. Are we gonna say goodbye? Okay. And I have the Lightning McQueen Crocs that light up. Anyways, ka-chow, ladies and gentlemen, ka-chow, ka-chiga, ka-chiga. Love you. See you later.